Hi everyone, I'm Jamie, part of the CloudWave team, and this is Digitizer. Digitizer is an AI document processing and workflow automation platform. What we're looking at right now is the Document Center. This acts like a kind of hub for incoming documents that are either captured from email attachments, connected systems like SharePoint, or are uploaded or scanned in directly. Interoperability is really easy. You just connect the external systems and their APIs that you want to use right down here in the settings. Now, you can extract data from any kind of structured or unstructured document. Things like expense reports, insurance claims, patient intake forms. But some governmental organizations like the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid might be processing more niche document types like test requisition forms to determine if, say, a lab test is covered by insurance. So we'll process one of those right now. Digitizer doesn't just make this kind of processing happen faster, whether it's a niche form or not, it makes it a lot more accurate. You'll see Digitizer instantly extracted a whole lot of data here. And for some use cases, that might be enough on its own. But you can see some data is actually missing in the primary form itself, like last name. So how do we find that data? Can we find that data? Well, if your document includes supporting documentation, like medical records in this case, or receipts for an expense report, Digitizer can intelligently find that missing data for you. Here you'll see that Digitizer found the last name Valera in the supporting documents and was able to connect that last name to the patient on the primary form. And you can actually see in the supporting documents where that data was found. Sometimes data in the supporting documents and the primary form do not match. And Digitizer calls that out for human-in-the-loop reviewers like me. In this case, zip code on the primary form is 30298. But in the supporting documentation, Digitizer found it to be 30291. So now I get to choose which one I think is accurate. You can also define custom business rules in the settings to automatically format or even reject certain values. And I can chat with a private LLM that is deployed internally with access to my entire org's proprietary knowledge base, which includes SOPs, reports, or any other kinds of documents and data I want my team to have access to. So I could ask, for example, what is the retention time for a TRF, or a test requisition form? And I'll get an answer that is source linked to that document, and I can actually view the highlighted reference if I want to. So after all of that, finally, I can submit my validated data to a downstream system that I've configured. And this is all only some of what Digitizer can do. You can create user roles with custom access levels, send and receive notifications, and everything you've seen here is completely configurable. So colors, logos, file structures, and the underlying functionality is API-based, which means you don't even have to use the UI you see here if you don't want to. Everything is deployed in your cloud or on-prem environment, so CloudWave never even sees or accesses your data. Today, governmental organizations like the 9th District U.S. Court, retail clinics like CVS Pharmacy, and precision oncology laboratories like Guardant Health all use Digitizer's technology to dramatically speed up document processing, internal reviews, and data analysis. And we think Digitizer can do the same thing for your organization. So reach out to our team to learn more and get a custom demo for your workflows.